Hey guys, welcome back to SkyFactory 3 with Haley. And it is raining. Oh my gosh, it's always raining around here. I think I'm gonna have to build a house soon, but that'll be something we definitely will do probably later on in the week off camera when I have some free time. But let's go ahead and jump back into the game. Last time we went ahead and finished up automating the mob spawner. We also we had our lava generator going, and we were attempting to start a basic capacitor. But I realized I forgot to show you guys something a little important about the mob spawner. I didn't show you guys how to make the iron spikes. Now, I know you're smart and you can figure it out, but I want to be a little bit professional here. So the iron spikes that we're using from the mob grinding utils is made from 3 iron swords and 1 iron block. The iron sword is made from 2 pieces of iron and a stick. Now this is a little bit different from the iron spikes in the previous packs that were used. These iron spikes were made from, again, 3 iron swords, but it used an additional 3 iron ingots along with the block, and it gave you 4 spikes. The difference is these iron spikes did not give you the experience, and I don't remember if they actually killed, because there's wooden spikes that I think bring it down to 1 HP. Maybe these did kill, but they didn't give the experience like the ones from the mob grinding util. So that is what makes this particular iron spike that I've decided to use here a great asset. I did put the torch back up here just because when I'm working off camera, this thing kills like crazy. There's tons of mobs that spawn, and I'm always constantly having to go over here and grab the items and put them in the chest here. So at some point we are going to go ahead and make that hopper, so once it kills the mobs, it'll just suck up all the items and automatically put it in the chest. We have gotten a lot of Inferium essence that we're going to use probably the next few episodes when we start our farming section about magical crops. We have a ton of loot bags here, and we did get another Ender Pearl from Enderman. I don't know if it's because I don't have the spikes high enough, but the Endermen are not being killed. So I do have to come over here and kill the Endermen once they do spawn. In between episodes, I did go ahead and do a lot of sieving. I broke down the cobble to gravel, gravel to sand, sand into dust, and sieved all the dust so we can get the much needed redstone we need for our basic capacitor. I did something a little different this time from sieving. I went ahead and made a compressed hammer, and I'm just going to show you what this compressed hammer does, because I didn't do this on camera and we haven't talked about it. So this ad has X compressium, which basically means it gives you a way of, I guess, being faster in sieving and breaking down items and sifting or whatever. But if you actually take a stack of iron and you put it in the grid here, it takes, instead of having a whole 63 individual pieces, you'll have 7 pieces, and there's 1 extra one there, of the compressed cobblestone. I want to say iron, I meant cobblestone. Well, you guys know what I mean. So just like what we did before, we would take the cobblestone and we would line it up, but previously we would take our hammer and we would actually break it down using vein miner. The compressed iron hammer, you cannot use vein miner. See, I'm holding down the tilde key. It will not let me use vein miner, but it does break down 1 piece of compressed cobble into 9 pieces of gravel. So I did that with several stacks. So I ended up with 63 stacks, 64 stacks, or however many. I took 9 stacks and made the compressed items here. So, I realized on the mob farm, I didn't turn our fan on. I saw the guys over here out of the corner of my eye. Let's turn the fan on so it can just... Is the fan on now? Yeah, the fan's on. So I'll push all those guys. And you can see, getting all my goodies here, getting all my experience. Pop these up here. But yeah, I wanted to show you about the compressed hammer. So it allowed me to make the compressed hammer. Let me see. I'll show you. It takes 9 individual hammers, so it's like taking 9 stacks, taking 9 hammers, and just doing it all in one fell swoop. So it just makes it quicker in doing that. Let's put that up. In between episodes, as you can see back here, I did go ahead and make some spots here for our farm that we're going to get started on. The way the farm is set up, all these individual dirt plots, for me, this is the way I like to set it up. They have to be surrounded by water. So I've got a piece of cobblestone down there blocking off the water that's shown there, so when I walk over it, I don't fall in. I put a slab on top of each one of those. So there are in each 4 sections here, there's a water block that's going to go over it, and this is where we're going to plant our food, and we're going to start our, I think it's called mystical agriculture, agricraft, whatever is it called, mystical agriculture. That's the new version of magical crops. So we're going to start doing that. Also, between episodes, I expanded out our bottom platform here quite a bit, so we definitely do have a second layer to our base, and this is where you can see where I've blocked off the water, so the water doesn't flow straight down as you saw it earlier. I also did the same over here. This is our cobblestone generator. We have our lava flow still flowing, but it's not flowing straight down, and we got our water source. You can see the water kind of dripping through the cobblestone there, so that's how you know that water's through there. I did add a ladder, so now we can climb up. All right, let me put these things away, and like I said, we're going to pick up where we left off the last episode. We were talking, oh, I need to put that stone back over there. We'll do that. But we were getting ready to talk about basic capacitors and get some kind of power going. So we have our lava generator, which is basically is turning lava into RF power. So you can see we're almost at about 1 million RF based upon the lava that's coming out. So we want to have more power than just this million RF, and we want to have a little bit of portability that goes with it. So we were going to make a basic capacitor bank. And the basic capacitor bank requires 4 pieces of iron, which we got plenty of iron. I don't think I've used all of it. Yeah. So we got 4 pieces of iron there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Requires a block of redstone and 4 basic capacitors. The basic capacitors were 4 pieces of redstone each, 1 copper ingot each, and some gold nuggets. So we're going to need 4 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's take the gold nuggets we have and some extra gold to go along with it. All right, so we have our redstone. We're going to turn the rest of these gold ingots into gold nuggets, and let's make 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Let's make 1 block of redstone, and we should be able to just make the capacitor bank. There we go. So now if we drop this capacitor bank next to our lava generator, it should go ahead and start filling up with power. So it's just taking the RF that's currently being stored and made in the lava generator and transferring it over to the basic capacitor bank. And another thing we want to go ahead and do is kind of automate pulling the lava from the crucible into the lava generator, so we don't constantly have to use a bucket to feed it continuously. So let's go ahead and look, just like we made with the transfer nodes for items, there's also a transfer node for liquids. There we go. And that's just made from 2 pieces of redstone and a bucket this time, along with 2 pieces of stone and transfer pipes. So do I have any stone already cooked up? I don't think I do. Yeah, so let's grab a few more pieces of stone. I was making more dirt, so I used all the stone to make shears, but again, our chest here just fills back up with stone very quickly. So let's pop that in there. Let's get some pieces cooking up. And let's see, put some things away. Let's see, all right. We needed 2 pieces of redstone, a bucket. I have a bucket. There we go. Got a bucket. Transfer pipes. I had a ton of those. And 2 pieces of stone. Bam. There we go. 2 pieces of stone ready to go. Oops. Put in the right spot. And it gives us 4 of the transfer pipe fluids. So let's see if this will work as I would like it to. So I'm going to go ahead and plop this transfer node. I'm going to see if I can pull it from the back. I mean, everything else seems to be working from the sides anyway. So So if I put the transfer node back here, I can see that it is pulling the lava. And if I put a transfer pipe next to it, feeding into the lava generator, we see the lava is going up. So yes, we can automate this entire process. So again, just to recap, we have our cobblestone generator, which is producing cobblestone. The cobblestone is just being stored in the chest as we need it. Additional cobblestones being pulled into our crucible, which is being smelted at 3 times the rate it would be over a candle or torch, sorry, over the lava, and that's turning those cobblestone into lava. The lava is being pulled directly into the lavastone generator. That's being kept full, which is being turned into RF power. Any additional RF power is being pulled into our capacitor bank, and that's already full. So if we wanted to, in our later episodes here, where we're going to start powering some items, we have a portable battery, essentially, where we can pull this generator, or pull the put the generator wherever we need to. There are abilities to actually use cables to pull power out of the generator into some different machines. So that looks like that's good and ready to go. Now, what's the next thing we want to do? Let's go ahead and pop into our book and see what we have. So we finished up the wood age, finished up the stone age. Now we're getting pretty close to the farming age here. I have prepared a farming space for several crops. I'm going to check that off. We can make a watering can, capture a cow in a jar. That's going to be fun. It's interesting to do. Craft an Inferium seed, make a matic from Tinker's Constructs, start a food farm and an Inferium essence farm. Prove to the world Prove to the world that sand grows sugarcane faster than dirt with a block of snad. And that's not a typo. There's actually something in here called snad. And it's actually a mod called snad, and it's just 2 pieces of sand. And I remember earlier I had planted this sugarcane on sand. It took a little minute for it to actually grow. But if I was actually to use snad, which is 2 pieces of sand, almost like a compressed form of it, it grows a little bit faster. Oh, something else I did figure out. Remember we made the mending moss from the moss and put those on our items here. The mending moss, it stores, it had a spot here for stored XP, and this XP is actually what's used to repair our items. The way you get stored XP, as you can see, I went ahead and put it on our axe as well because I was chopping down a lot of trees. The way you actually get stored XP onto your item is you have to have the item in your hand when you're actually collecting experience. And you get experience from killing mobs, or in this case, we have our little mob spawn thing here. And there is a maximum of what it can actually hold. You saw both of these are at 100. If I was not at 100 when I was collecting XP, you grab these items here. It will go into each of those items for repair. So we're already at 100 on those, and I still hold by my thought. For some reason my pickaxe is repairing itself. I don't know if it's because it's considered ecological, but maybe that has something to do with it. But I didn't have to put any kind of mending moss on that. I haven't really been using the pickaxe much, but that it continues to repair itself. So let me just put some of these items away. And we're going to go ahead and see, we're not going to start the farming age yet. I may talk a little bit about the seed, but there are some things we were looking at for automation. So I mentioned earlier I wanted to go ahead and make a auto hammer, and the auto hammer is basically what I was doing earlier, where I would have to manually set down all the cobblestone and hammer it down to gravel manually. The auto hammer will basically do what it does. It automatically hammers any items you put into it. So this is really easy to make. It takes 6 iron ingots, 2 weighted pressure plates, which are 2 iron ingots each, and 1 diamond hammer. So I think I have enough diamonds. Yeah, I have enough diamonds to make the diamond hammer. That's one of the biggest components of it. And I have enough iron to make everything else. So let's go ahead and make the auto hammer, and that way I can show you how the power pulls from that generator. So the pressure plates, I'm going to need 2 of those. So let's grab 2 of the pressure plates. I'm going to need a diamond hammer. So let's go ahead and make our diamond hammer from our pieces of diamonds, and that goes in the middle. The pressure plates go up top, and then we surround that with some iron hammers, or iron ingots. And so that gives us a nice little auto hammerer. Now this requires power to run. So right now I'm just going to set it right next to our basic capacitor bank, and you can see the RF was filling up completely. So if I take a stack of gravel here and just toss that into our auto hammerer, that's going to go ahead and break down the cobble into gravel. And so we can do that, walk away. We have power feeding in automatically from our capacitor bank. That's pulling power from our lava generator. It's pulling, I think we're actually making power faster than it's being pulled, so we're pretty good. And I like the cool little animation. You see the little diamond hammer, it's just going at it. Now there's a couple upgrade slots in here, and I think this just makes it go faster if I put an additional iron hammer. Not an iron hammer, I put an additional diamond hammer into each one of these components. It makes it actually pulverize that cobble a lot faster. But again, it's one of those kind of things, you set it and forget it. And there is also another way to automate it. If I wanted to, I can just pull the, let's see, do I have enough? I don't think I have enough of these. I can make more transfer nodes to pull the cobble either directly from the chest or directly from the transfer node down across into the auto hammer. So let me see if I have enough. Don't want that to go. Let's see what happens when I just pull it all the way across, because it kind of connected with the liquid transfer node here, but I think, yeah, see, that's going automatic. It's filling up pretty automatic. So I will have 9 slots of not 9 slots, I mean, is that 6 times 4, 24 slots of gravel ready to go, ready to sieve if I wanted to. Speaking of sieving, let's go ahead and take a look and see what we need to do to make an auto sieve. Automatic sieve. Sieve. There we go. So there are different levels of auto sieves here. I don't know what they all do. Let's see. Okay, so it doesn't have the mesh in here. I don't know how this is going to work, and I don't know if I have enough iron. No, I don't have enough iron, not right now, but I go ahead and set up, let's see, let's just smelt some of this iron we got going on here. Oh, didn't mean to drop it. Grab all that iron there. We'll let that smelt up in between episodes, and we'll come back to the auto sieve. So a last thing I do want to go ahead and talk about is some farming. So in our book, it talks about an inferium seed, and also the matic and the jars and all the other things. Okay, so an inferium seed is going to be our first step in making magical crops. Inferium seeds. Oh, apparently there's different tiers. Okay, well, we're just going to make tier 1. The tier 1 seed. Okay, learning about magical crops. It takes 9 of the inferium essence surrounded by 1 seed to make the inferium seed. So let's just go ahead and we have 30 right now. The inferium essence is not used for very much. So let's go ahead and grab some seeds over here. Let's just grab a few of those. Head back over to our crafting table. So we should be able to make 3 of these. So if I just surround it, bam, we have 3 inferium seeds. We can check that off in our book. We're coming up on the end of the episode, but I want to go ahead and let's just jump right into our farming area. So one of the quests was to make a mattock, and a mattock is basically your hoe that you use to till the ground for farming. The mattock is made from a tool rod, from an axe head, a shovel head, and a tool rod. Now I could go ahead and I think I have an axe head. I don't have a shovel head, so I'll have to make one of those. So do I have shovels already? I did not make a shovel, so let's make a blank pattern, because I know we used those last time for our bookcase. But let's make a few more. So I'm gonna finish this up. Where's the shovel head? There's a shovel head. Let's put this here for right now. And we're just going to make them at, I think I have flint. Yeah, let's just make both of these out of flint, and we can upgrade it in between episodes. I just want to get the materials made. So we're going to go ahead and make an axe head from flint. We'll make a shovel head from flint. And what was the other thing? It's regular tool rod. And I think we're going to just use wood. There we go. Grab some wood and put that up there, and we have our wood. Now we should be able to make our mattock. So we drop our axe, drop our shovel head and our stick, and we have a mattock. So we're going to use this mattock to till some of the ground over here. We're going to put that back, but since each one of these is surrounded by or close enough to water, when I till the land, it'll stay tilled. Now you have to have tilled land in order to plant any kind of crops on those. So we'll make this first quadrant here. We'll use this all for our inferium seeds, and we'll use this second part. Oh, where'd it go? I'll put my mattock back down here. We'll use this second plot here to plant some wheat, so we'll have some additional food to eat besides just apples. So wheat's used to make bread. I think we can make toast in this pack. It has Pam's Harvest Craft, so we'll be able to make sandwiches. Lots of cool little stuff. So we have a lot of different seeds. I'll plant those between episodes. We'll get some potatoes growing, some pumpkins, some carrots, all kind of goodies. So we should be able to check off quite a few items in our book. We did craft an inferium seed. We crafted a mattock from Tinkers, and we started a food farm and an inferium essence farm. So we just got a couple items here to finish up on our farming age, and then we'll just start going into some mystical farming, which I really, really like. So I'll go ahead and end the episode for now. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see or would like to support my channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the like button, leave a comment. If you have any tips or techniques or things that you would like to see me do in this pack, let me know. But otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Bye!